we see the threats to the people of Taiwan.
It's become a routine conversation on Capitol Hill, members of Congress debating new ways of maintaining a presence in the Pacific, engaging with Taiwan, and countering China. And yet one key approach to doing so has stalled in Congress. The Compacts of Free Association, or COFA, a 20-year agreement for $7 billion in economic aid to 3 Pacific allies, Micronesia, the Marshall Islands, and Palau. In exchange, the U.S. has a strategic presence in a broad swath of the Pacific and the right to turn Beijing's military away.
On this vote, the yeas are 70, the nays are 29. The bill, as amended, passes.
But despite bipartisan support, the COFA funds were dropped from Senate security legislation over conservatives' demands to cut costs. House Foreign Affairs Committee Chair conservative Republican Michael McCaul says he's committed to putting COFA back in.
That's a really important component to the Pacific encountering the CCP that was left out. I don't know why.
In a February 21st letter, 48 members of Congress, including 28 Republicans and 20 Democrats, urged House Speaker Mike Johnson to include the funds at the next available opportunity, saying failure to do so would, quote, be the most self-destructive gift the U.S. could give to China in the Pacific. Palau's President Surangel Whips says Beijing benefits from every moment of delay.
The Chinese are very strategic, and when they see that we're having difficulties, they say, well, this is what we can do.
What Beijing has promised to do, says Whips, is to flood the island with wealthy Chinese tourists and to build a call center to employ locals. It's a tactic Arnold Palacios knows well. He's the governor of the CNMI, or Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands, a U.S. territory. Palacios says Pacific Islands need U.S. financial aid to counter economic pressure from China.
So as a nation, we need to step up and really deliver on that part of the agreement, because it's critical. It is very critical.
Critical for these Pacific allies, says Palacios, but also for U.S. national security.
The Marshall Islands is got missile range, major installations that we as a nation have invested for decades into those facilities. Can you imagine if the Marshallese decided, hey, never mind, we're going to walk away?
With all that's at stake, Pacific Islanders remain hopeful that Congress will ultimately fund the Compacts of Free Association, perhaps as early as March. Jessica Stone, VOA News, Washington.